Hi, I'm Cindy Logan and one of the librarians at Kansas State University Libraries. There are actually many librarians that are here at K-State Libraries to help you be successful in your research projects while you're here at K-State. So we have three goals for today's tutorial. One, I want to show you how to get to the library's website. Two, I want to show you how to get to the databases and specifically the PubMed database. And three, I want to show you how to get to the full text of the articles that you'll need to turn in for your assignment. So we will start from the library's, we're going to start from the university's website because that is one website I think that probably everyone knows how to get to. So in the upper right corner, I'll just type in libraries, and K-State Library should be your first option. Part of the reason why we like you to start from the library's website is to make sure that you get full access to all of the databases and journal subscriptions that we have access to. So you'll see the search it button a little, or the search element, I guess, over to the left. That is a great place to start searching if you don't know where to start to search or find resources. So if you are in a history class and you've got to do a history paper and you don't know where you need to start, you can just start here at Search It. Search It will search a lot of our databases all at the same time, so it's very efficient. However, it does not search every database at the same time. So there are times when you must seek out specific databases to search, and that is in fact what we're going to do today. So as we hover over the first menu item, research and find, we hover over that, our pull down menu shows databases. So we will go and click on that. This says databases A to Z. We call it our A to Z list. It is purely that, as they are all listed in alphabetical order. So since I know we want to look at PubMed specifically, I'm going to go ahead and just click on the P, so it will kind of hurry us along to find our database. Scrolling to the very bottom, we will find the PubMed database. So from here, we can begin doing our searching. For right now, I'm just going to do some phrase searching. I'm not so concerned with what results I'm getting right now. I just really want to take time to show you the mechanics of how PubMed works. It may be a review for some of you, but it may be new for other folks. So we will put in childhood obesity. You'll notice as I'm typing here, it will prompt me for other terms or other searches, and you're more than welcome to take one of those. Those are some terms that other people have typed in, so it doesn't make it any better or any worse than what you yourself want to type in. And if you are off campus as I am, it may ask you to log in. This is part of that, making sure that you are part of K-State so you have access to what we pay for, especially online journal subscriptions and databases, that type of thing. One of the things that I like to be sure is that I'm reading the abstract with the rest of the information. There are over 36,000 results. And again, I'm not worried about narrowing that down right now. I want to talk about how we look at the articles, the mechanics again of PubMed. One of the things I like to do is always look at that abstract with the article. Abstract is just a shortened review of what the article's about. I can change that option by going over to the right, clicking on the box display options, and changing the format to abstract. And then it will do a little bit of thinking, and it will return with the same information that we were seeing in addition to the abstract. And it seems to be taking, there we go, a little bit of time. So now we'll see, again, the article information. So let's just take a moment and look at that here at Pediatric Clinics of North America. You notice as I hover over that abbreviated title, it will give me the complete title. You'll need to pay attention with your citation style. Some citation styles want the journal titles abbreviated. Some of them want them spelled out. So you'll want to make sure and know that. We are looking at an article that was published in the October issue from 2015. It was issue number 5, and the pages were 1241-1261. And then the DOI is a digital object identifier. It is like the permanent address for the article. As we know, URLs can change, or what you see when you type in a URL may change. So the DOI is, in theory, anytime in the future that we type this combination of numbers and letters in, we will always get this article. It does not mean you will get full text access to it, but you will find at least the article information and hopefully an abstract to go along with it. In the bigger bold blue letters is going to be the title of the article, and then we have our authors' names. We can also take and click the expand button under affiliations. It will tell us where all of those authors are located at. The PMID is going to be the PubMed ID number. It's the identification number of the article in PubMed. And then there's a PubMed Central ID as well as a repeat of the DOI. And then we have our abstract. Abstract is going to be just a shortened review of what the article is about. Sometimes in some of these articles, it's really helpful when they have identified the different sections of the article throughout the abstract. Here in number 3, we see this article, Child Obesity and Food Intake. It has broken it down into it has broken the abstract down into background, which is can be seen as like an introduction in some of the articles, data sources, where did they find this information, their results, and their conclusions. And if we were to look at the article, we would find all of those different sections within the article. Normally, when you are seeing these types of articles, or these kind of sections, it is going to be from authors who did what we call empirical or original research, meaning that the authors did the research all themselves. In comparison to something that's a review article, which is when the authors are going to maybe review a lot of articles. So they've done a literature search, they've looked and read at all the articles on a particular topic, or at least some of the articles, maybe not all, but some of the articles, and then wrote their review, their opinion, or their conclusions that they came up with from that article. So let's take a moment and let's add another phrase to our search. And so I'm going to go back up here to the top, and I am going to add cardiovascular risk. You'll notice that I capitalized the "and." We do that to tell the system we are asking it to do a command. So we're wanting it to combine childhood obesity and cardiovascular risk. If we didn't capitalize that, it would just ignore that word. It's real important, probably more important when we use an "or." And then there's also a "not," an NOT that we can use. And it's important to go ahead and capitalize those. So that's going to, of course, bring our results down quite a bit. You'll notice our results with our list of results, we lost our abstract view. That will happen each time you adjust your search. So let's go back to our display options box and select abstract. If you don't want to do that, or maybe want to do a few other customizations, you can log in and create an account. The accounts are free, and I sometimes like to be able to do that too. It saves searches. It will help me rerun searches if I do them a lot of times. So you can just create an account up here in the upper right-hand corner. So here, in this article, if you remember me talking about review articles, it's identifying it as a review article, which means that what they are doing is summarizing the current understanding of a particular topic. So they didn't actually do research. They did not provide an intervention or introduce a variable into someone's situation or in a lab or something like that. They truly just read the articles and then came up with their decision. One of the other things that I like about looking at abstracts is the keywords. Not all of the articles will have keywords posted in their PubMed entries, but a lot of them do. So if you're struggling trying to find specific terms or another term, maybe the terms you're using are not getting enough, so you want to do some different terms or something like that, these keywords are a great way to add keywords, terminology to your search. So that winds up what we're going to talk about in the first video. So I would suggest to stop the video, go into PubMed now, do some searching, kind of find a few articles or find an area that you're interested in. And then in the next video, we'll talk about how you can go about and get the full text of those articles.